Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into round one of the Sherman Group for DMT tournament action between 101A and a coalition group of 1SBS with 50A. We are fighting on St. Mir Église with a middle objective of St. Mir Église itself. For today's tournament action, we're going to go over the rules real quick. For DMT rules, scoring, the match winner will be determined by the DMT total team score. DMT total team score is going to be equal to total combat score plus the total combat point cap score, first cap bonus, and or held mid and bonus. The total combat score is going to be equal to 3 times Crew 1 highest combat score, Crew 2 highest combat score, Crew 3 highest combat score, Crew 4 highest combat score, plus the commander's P-Strike combat score. Total center point cap score is going to be equal to half a point times center point cap seconds. It is the responsibility of crews playing to track the amount of time the center point was held in crew combat scores. However, the DMT tournament will have bots to help assist with this. So for official mashup rules, game mode is going to be warfare. You're going to fight over the midpoint only. Tank types are medium and recon tanks only. Use of the Sherman 75mm tank smoke rounds is prohibited. No set number of each type. Teams may decide their own mix between medium tanks and recon tanks. Team size are going to consist of 1 commander and 5 tank crews. Tank crew rules. Must remain with the same tank until it is destroyed or stuck beyond recovery. May swap to a different tank type in the HQs only. May kill any enemy vehicles actively being used anywhere on the map. Killing enemy vehicles in the HQs that are not actively being used is prohibited. May only be shuttled back to their tank by the commander in a jeep or truck. May drive through the 4th point capture area. However, fully capturing the 4th point is prohibited. You may switch to infantry at the start of the match to build nodes, but placing mines as infantry is prohibited. You may not intentionally clip a tank inside of an object that is not intended to be accessible. May apply tank skins. Tank commander rules. Must stay in the tank at all times. May play in any seat in the tank. The crewman rules. May play in any seat in the tank. You may leave the tank to repair own tank or friendly tanks. However, you must stay within 15 meters of own tank at all times. May use smoke grenades to provide cover immediately, prior to starting repairs or while repairing only. Spotting while outside the tank is prohibited. Use of the technician class is prohibited. Building repair stations, ammo supplies, and barricades is prohibited. Commander rules. Commanders must remain in HQs. May use the following abilities. They have unlimited precision strikes per match. P-striking the enemy HQs is prohibited. You may spawn tanks, trucks, jeeps as needed. Use recon planes at any time and anywhere on the map. Use the supply drops in HQs for nodes before the 1 hour 15 minute mark on the game clock. You may use encourage. You may use resource swap abilities. Use of any other commander abilities not listed above is prohibited. You may drop pings anywhere on the map. You may shuttle crews back to their tanks and jeeps and trucks. You must stay in the shuttle vehicle at all times. Spotting with or without binoculars is prohibited. Both sides are allowed reserve crewmen, but reserve crewmen are only to help build nodes and fill in if someone disconnects. They must remain in HQs. Calling out enemy tank locations, dropping pings on the map, or having any effect on interfering with enemy tank crews while not in an active tank crew is prohibited. Match starting queue hold lines. Match starting is going to be fighting starts at 1 hour and 15 minutes, in which we are approximately 2 minutes away. All tanks must hold in their first 2 grid squares until 1 hour and 15 minutes. Time before 1 hour 15 minutes may be used to spawn the first wave of tanks, build nodes, and strategize. There are restricted zones. Enemies entering into the enemy's last 3 grid squares at any point during the match is prohibited. So, for example, as we drop the DMT rules, and we look at the map, the German side, which is going to be what the 101A fight as, are going to be restricted from going into grid squares H, I, and J. The 1SBS-50a Coalition is going to be restricted from going into Abel, Baker, and Charlie grid squares. So, with St. Mary-Glees, this being is going to erupt into urban fighting over tank combat. Key points of interest is going to be this main roadway that runs the length of St. Mary-Glees. This road will offer a lot of visibility for any tanks attempting to flank from the south and trying to cut north through the urban environment. Keeping corners is going to be very vital for the team whoever manages to get success with the early cap of St. Mary-Glees. Other avenues of interest is going to be this high ground to the north. Whatever team caps St. Mary-Glees first and settles the objective is going to be looking to probably deploy a tank to the north to either call out any tanks that are going to be coming down the main roads. As you can see, there's a lot of terrain that you can have visibility over from this northern road up here, but not quite as much to the south. However, both teams with planting a tank roughly right around here will get a lot of visibility on any tanks moving in. Now, as we look at the map, we can see both sides are unleashing a recon plane to give an idea to their respective tanks about what is the deployment idea between the tanks. From 101A, it looks like they're going to be sending two crews with First Lieutenant Goose and Lucky Dice TCs. They're going to possibly attempt a flank to the south, while Second Lieutenant Toaster Booth and First Sergeant Pick and Pair is going to be looking to make a straight push for St. Mary-Glees for 101A. And as we pass the 1 hour and 15-minute mark, both tanks sides are now officially off to the races to try and get early cap on St. Mary-Glees. For the straightforward push, it looks like we have 50A with a TC of Blackjack heading straight towards St. Mary-Glees. We have 50A's Nico Mercader as a TC and 50A's tankers moving towards the south side of St. Mary-Glees, while one SBS is going to map line on the far south side of the map. It looks like we're probably going to get our initial action to the south between these two tank groups. We're going to follow on the map and try and see where they're going to plan interception routes. But right now, 101A is getting the early cap on St. Mary-Glees. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a 30-minute delay, so any interaction from me is going to be very late. Looks like you have 101A attempting to win via en masse power, looking to two-shot any mediums that might be coming down that road, but it does not look like we're going to see any. And they're starting to deploy a few tanks to watch that southern approach. 50A moving in with Shermans. We may have our first combat coming up onto this road intersection. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First strike's going in. .58 lands the first shot. 101A is holding fire. .101A takes first blood. 50A loses two Shermans on the south side. Devastating start for the 50A, one SBS coalition. One SBS on the south side looking towards the fighting. I'm not sure if they're going to be having a good point of view. We're going to go over to their position and see what they may be seeing. And all this SBS is going to be seeing is going to be tree line and buildings. 101A gets the official first cap on St. Mary-Glees. 50A looks to be doing some maneuvering, trying to figure out where to go and where to approach. Trying to avoid going down, as 101A is going to be looking to begin their defensive perimeter setup. Let's follow the movements on the south, as it looks like 101A's Lucky Dice is going to be watching that southern road, while First Lieutenant Goose is going to be temporarily watching this little cut-through gap. We'll see if he repositions his tank. Looks like First Sergeant Pickin and Second Lieutenant Toaster Bath is going to maintain the northern side of St. Miraglise. Is going to, let's see if they're going to be able to see through that smoke. They might be able to see Lucky Dice's tank. However, I believe Lucky Dice is going to be looking to withdraw. They are engaging one SBS. Oh, and it looks like they already won. One hit in, but that is tracks. That's not going to do the job. We're going to go over here and confirm the kill. One SBS does indeed go down. Ruger's going to go out and conduct repairs. A is looking for the counter flank as 50A attempts to cross the intersection, takes a hit. 101A showing good aggression here to come in and try to finish off the flank attempt by 50A. A is aggressively trying to make a move. If I was 50A over here, I'd be having my gunner on my 6. I know there's no way for them to really know. It's a race against time, ladies and gentlemen. Will 50A escape and find a spot to hide and heal? 101A is looking. They managed to successfully evade 101A for the moment. Howard, did the spotter see where 50A disappeared to is the question. Oh, they did not, ladies and gentlemen. Pick and pair. There you go. 50A Noah Destroyer is going to go ahead alongside Jank. Is going to go ahead and conduct repairs. It's gonna be a very, they're gonna be rewarded. Let's see if they notice where that tank is. First off, we got some action on the south side. Another kill. Sherman goes down. Greyhound's in a very tough position. The 101A tank crew is returning to the action before. They delivered a hit to 101A. I'm this crew. I'm pushing right now. I gotta get on him. I gotta finish off that kill if I want to give my team at least a little bit of a chance at coming back. I don't know what they hit. Let's see if we can check for damage on the tank. It looks like they had a ricochet, and it looks like that was a turret hit. They're going to go ahead and conduct repairs. P-Strike is going in, but P-Strike will miss. Really good hide spot for the 101A. There's a Greyhound over here. The one SB, it's 50A. That's in a Greyhound retreating from the south side of the objective. 50A has gone too far. They need to get back into the correct territory. Oh, there they go. They get back into the correct zone. Will the Greyhound try to pounce? Their engine's off. Oh, we got two tanks going in on the north side. Are they tracking? Yes, they are. 101A on the move. This might spell the end. Oh, they could have gotten the engine. Pick and pairs tank crew coming in. 50 SPS is, or excuse me, 50A is going to get pinched here. One into the engine. That is another kill for 101A, ladies and gentlemen. I believe, let's see, 1 SBS to the north is trying to engage Lucky Dice's tank crew. Looks like they actually got a good body hit in this time. Baker delivers a tank mark to the north. This P4 is looking for that Greyhound. I think they know. The question is, does 50A know that they're in danger? This crew knows exactly where they are. Down goes 50A in the recon tank. Ooh. I believe that crew's gotten their tank stuck. And 101A gets another kill. First round rock coming in and taking out the 1 SBS crew to the north side of St. Mary-Glise. Honestly, So Lucky Dice's tank has maintained that intersection for a hot minute. If I was leading a tank and I was coming in on the south side of this map, I would have gone around and I would have flanked through Rue de Gamblesville and come in behind this tank to see if he was still there. Now this tank crew is gonna be in a little bit of trouble as they're being pushed. By First Lieutenant Goose. Oh no, why? Oh, why? Why? Why do you put your back? No. What is going on? I guess First Lieutenant Goose did not know where they were. Oh, looks like they ended up getting stuck. Attempting to do a maneuver. Oh, they're gonna get Goose? They might. They might. Does the spotter see him? Is the question. Oh, Goose knows they're to the south. Who's gonna see who first? Goose Gunner is looking the wrong direction. So is 50A. Oh, 50A's got an opportunity here, but they're not able to seize on it. As the 50A 1SBS Coalition tries to go in, trying to get a cap on St. Miraglise, but the recon tank goes down in a forward assault. Oh, 50A finally comes in and takes advantage of the situation, knocking out a 101A tank for the first kill for their side. Our 101A may be... see if there's one more attempt. Looks like not. 101A puts up a recon plane, and the 50A 1SBS Coalition scores another kill. Oh, P-Strike going in. Ooh. Barely misses the tank, inflicts a lot more damage. The crewman as half the man he used to be. That recon tank's got to be incredibly careful. Oh. 1SBS is not able to rep. They got to flee. Are they going to get away in time? Ho ho. Oh, rounds that corner just in the nick of time. Oh, you got to get off that main road stat. Let's see if they manage to get away. Oh, they actually level a hit on the 101A's tank. Makes them thinks about pursuing. It looks like they actually got a body shot. That's going to buy them some precious time. Oh no, don't run your crewman over. Oh, let's go to the action on the south. It looks like 101A is coming in, counterflank the whose crew is this again? The 50A's tank crew on map line to the south. See if the spotter is going to be aware and cognizant of any of the damage that, or any of the danger that's going to be coming in. Oh, they are really exposed. They are really exposed. Once this 101A crew gets clear of this hedge, there's going to be nothing that they can do. That crewman's going to go down, probably in the explode. Oh, no, he got back in just in time. They take a hit. Nothing they can do. They are exposed, and they go down. 1SBS-50A Coalition loses map line to the south. We will probably see... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Brutal. Interestingly, 101A is not going to choose to keep a tank up there on map line as, I believe, was it? Yeah, First Lieutenant Goose's tank is going to move back. I believe he's probably going to post up in this wheat field here. Uh-oh. Recon tank is on the move. Oh, no. Oh, no. Another kill for 101A. As we check the map, 1SBS is going to move up and post just north of Cemetery. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for the 50A 1SBS coalition to climb back into this match so far. What I believe the 50A 1SBS coalition is going to be able to do to try and climb their way back into this is, I think they need to split up 2 and 2. They're going to need to go north, and they're going to need to go south. And they're going to have to try and just collectively work together to pick off some of the armor of 101A. One 101A's tankers so far in this match has been incredibly aggressive in moving in and getting the kills on targets. However, 101A needs to be careful here. While you are allowed to move through G, moving through G while you hold mid is going to signal that your movement is going on along this objective. So, if I am that 50A 1SBS crew, I know a tank is moving through these 2 squares somewhere. So I'm looking north right now. Let's see if 1SBS's gunner is reacting accordingly. I believe Lieutenant Goose's tank crew has spotted the recon tank moving on the south side of the map. Oh no! Ho ho! Oh, that was close. What was this down here? That was a Greyhound. That might have been blown up. One SBS looks to be moving south to try and regroup with the rest of their armor. Gotta be approaching the list at least a little bit carefully, because like I said, if you're watching the map, you saw artillery battery temporarily being captured, which means that a tank More likely, since it's not, you got an enemy armor somewhere in these 4 squares. Probably to the north side of where your road was, otherwise you would have seen them. Oh no. I don't think they're in a pen. They don't know they're there. They don't know they're there. This recon tank was literally just moments away. They were inches away from coming in on the backside. Oh, Lieutenant Goose's tank goes down. Score 1 for the 50A, 1SBS Coalition. Oh no, but they're gonna get one. Oh, saved by the wall. This Greyhound has got to get out of there. Oh man. Oh no. Recon tank flees. They're gonna have to definitely do some invasive maneuvers. The Coalition has scored a hit on 101A's tank. Oh man, we got 2 engagements going on at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. 1SBS misses an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a Mexican standoff to the south side of St. Miraglese. See, this recon tank pulls in. Oh no. They may be in trouble. One SBS looks to be engaging with something. 101 tank as well. Pink Pair's tank is damaged. Oh, they land another hit. Ooh, another hit against a 101A tank. Oh no, this Greyhound's gonna have to try and poach. Oh no, Greyhound. Oh no. Oh no. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Oh no. Oh no. Down goes the Greyhound. Goose may get picked off from 50A's tank if he's not careful. Oh! Good aggression here. However, those two tanks are definitely wounded. It looks like the other 101A tank, Lucky Dice, has repaired. They're on a slight advantage. Is one SBS going to get out and heal, or are they going to push? Is the question. Looks like they're going to push. Oh no! You got to reverse, reverse, reverse. Oh, they get the engine. Oh, what they did? They shoot through the window. They did. They're gonna. Oh, another 101 tank goes down. 101A is left to two tanks currently deployed on the battlefield. However, with the fuel resources that 101A has been able to store up from lack of losses, they will still be able to deploy fresh mediums out there. So 1 SBS and 50A's coalition is going to have to move and take advantage of the numbers. Get your tanks repped and try and push onto mid-cap to give your side an advantage. One SBS is going ahead and repairing their tank. Oh no! Oh no! 101A somehow flipped their tank over. Down they go. Oh no. This is the 1 SBS 50A's time for their coalition to make a move on St. Mary Glees and put the cap in their favor. Get that advantage. I believe, who's tanks down here? Nico Mercader is aware of this tank's movement. First Lieutenant Goose. One hit in. Looks to have been tracks. They got to get going. Another hit in on body. Non-pen hit. Down. 101A loses another tank. 101A is in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. One 101A's last tank crew is Pick and Pair. He is surrounded. The question is he going to be able to sneak up and take out one of 50A's SBS's Coalition's tanks out? Yes, he will. Pick and Pair gets one back for 101A. I don't think he's going to be able to hold off the cap, however, unless he puts himself into the strong point. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We see at the top, midpoint is starting to go back into the favor of 101A. But for how long, though, is the question. We have 50A's Baba Yaga moving in, trying to look. They have an advantage right now, and they need to push it. Smart repositioning by Nico's tank crew to the south. One SBS looks like they're going to be moving into an intercepting position for any 101A tank reinforcements, trying to get back to St. Miraglise. If I'm the 1 SBS Coalition, Tank Crew Coalition, I need to make a move to try and swing back midpoint and be able to take advantage of the benefits of holding midpoint. You'll be able to put the tanks into a perimeter around St. Miraglise and ideally trying to intercept any of 101A's tanks trying to get back into the fight. Oh, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Is Toaster Bath going to move to the south and end up inadvertently coming up behind 1 SBS? Uh-oh, is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to move? How's their map knowledge? Oh, no! Looks like this... Looks like Toaster Bath is going to look for the tank on the map line. Missing an opportunity there. However, 1 SBS might be sneaking up. Oh man, we're gonna be missing one of the two actions. Let's see what 1 SBS does. Do they see his? Do they see? Oh, they see his tank though. All right, let's go to the action to the south. Oh no. 2v1. Down they go. 101A gets one back. Lucky Dice, let's try and get back to the fighting around Church. A comes in and finishes off the 1 SBS tank crew. 101A gets 2 back in total. Oh no. 3 back in total. Oh, looks like 101A lost one there, so it looks like there's a 2-3 trade-off. Right now, Blackjack's tank is now is unfortunately in a 3-1 disadvantage on St. Miraglise. We'll see what he can do, ladies and gentlemen, to keep his tank up. Oh, this recon tank might be in trouble. Oh, a non-pen hit! Oh, blessed by the gods. I'm repositioning right now. Oh no, it's too late. .50a, 1SBS Coalition gets wiped off of St. Miraglise. The advantage is going to go back to them. As the 1SBS 50A Coalition now starts moving out in recon tanks. Might be the only field that is left towards them for this moment. See what action we may get going. Right idea for 1SBS over here. Finally moving a recon tank behind enemy positions. It's probably what the coalition should have done a long time ago, but with their medium tanks. Coalition of 1SBS and 50A has managed to claw their way back a little bit and make this a little bit more of a respectable match. However, so far 101A has a distinct advantage in both time with midpoint cap and kills. Blackjack moving in. Viktor Reznov and Nico's tank crew. Greyhounds moving in, trying to pinch. Recon plane going in. This is going to expose picking pairs tank, I believe. Unless this was launched by 101A. Oh, it was indeed launched by 101A, revealing the 1SBS Tanks crew's position, both to the north and to the south. However, they're in trouble. There's a tank coming in on them from the south side. Exchange of hits. Recon tank goes down. Oh no! Unfortunate exchange of kills right there. .50A1 SBS has lost both their recon tanks deployed. Blackjack's crew has taken a hit by a Greyhound. Peach Strike goes in on, it looks like it was attempted on 101A's tanks, but it is missed. May have delivered a little bit of damage. Good recon tank driving. Unfortunately, they're gonna... Oh, they turned off just in time. Uh-oh. They're gonna get flanked. Score one more for 101A. Go to the south side where Baba Yaga's tank might intercept somebody. I don't know if they managed to see anybody, but looks like 1-1A is moving to go back and take up positions again alongside. Clearing. Right now, I can only see 101A's fuel, and they're doing just fine. 1SBS-50A. Well, they got a road ahead of them. We'll just leave it at that. This Puma may be finally meeting its end. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, no. 50's tank crew's in trouble. I believe that was a track shot. They may be able to get this Puma. Oh, no. Puma's tanker. Driver puts him right in front of the gun. They're going to need to get repairs and a new AP shell loaded stats. Oh, this recon tank is making a mistake trying to go through the middle. Oh, no way. I think they smell him. They just can't find him. Blackjack's tank crew out here going, something smells stinky. And now that smell is burning flesh. A's tank crew with good aggression finishes off that tank. He looks at Sergeant Poryat. He's like, "You're not worth my time." Drives away. What happened down here? Guess they were stuck a little bit. Fortunately, 50A 1SBS Coalition is looking like they are going to have to use... I was saying they have to use a default or something. There's a medium default there if they want to deploy another tank. They got a recon tank default to the south. They might be strategizing right now, trying to think of something to get themselves back into the game, although I don't know if this deficit is one that they can come back from. However, you can still make it a fairly respectable game. couple. There you go. 1, 2. Oh, don't freak out. Yeah, you can get one more. Get the engine. Get the engine. Oh, oh, man. They had the opportunity to engine them. Maybe drive around. Cause some chaos. And now there's a fresh 101A tank coming in. Probably galloping to the rescue. That recon tank's got to get out of there. No point in trying to stay in a drawdown. You can't go face to face with a medium tank from the front. This is going to be bad news. Are they gonna touch tips? Kaboom. Ladies and gentlemen, recon tanks are known as reconnaissance. Not retcons. You need to keep moving if you're in recon tanks, especially when you're going against medium tanks. The tactics you want to utilize is hit and run. Another kill for 101A. As we look at their defensive setup, they're going to have 2 to the south, 1 watching the backside. St. Miraglees. You see, and it's that snowball effect of things that go on. If that recon tank had put 1 more into the back of that medium, I would say they probably would have engined him at 3 hits, and you would have been able to. That would have set up the kill. Another kill for 101A. Instead, because you didn't get the engine, that medium Sherman peeled back in order to finish repairing and avoid getting taken out, which set up the Sherman for being taken out by backup for the 101A. 101A has shown incredibly good communication and collaboration between their armor tanks, as a recon plane picks up Blackjack's tank moving in along the north side of the map. Lieutenant Toasters is going to be watching the north side, waiting for the intersection, where Blackjack is probably going to pass through in order to try and get into E3. So we will see. Does he trust it? Question is, are you going to have enough time? If I'm the 101A gunner, I'm gonna probably wait and see if I can hit the engine. Let's see what happens. If they may just try and peek. Looks like they are peeking. They overcommit. Not quite. One hit in. I'd reverse. No, it's too late. Oh. Saved by some civilian engineering. But 101A, this is the aggression I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Take finishes the job. A repairs their tank. We are going to be approaching the 20-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, when it comes to warfare matches in general. You need 2 minutes to capture midpoint objectives. So, this is choosy. Lucky dice going in. Round 2. Coming in on their backside. We get 1. Not fast enough. Good reaction by the 101A crew. I don't think they're going to push because they're going to conduct repairs. I would not trust it. Officially at the 20-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm picking pairs tank, nah, not picking pairs. I would probably send Second Lieutenant Toaster out to push north of. Oh, I guess they found the angle. First Lieutenant Goose finishes that off. Second Lieutenant Toaster coming in, saying, hey, let's do some cleanup. We don't want the memory of losing our panzers over here. All right, let's see what 1SBS-50a is going to try and do. We have the First Lieutenant Goose setting up on the south map line. That's going to give him a good, distinctive view of any of 50A's 1SBS's tankers trying to move in on the south side of things. You can keep that tank in reverse in case you take a hit. You can pull up, but they've also moved up enough to give their spotter a view in case anybody's trying to come in from the south. Looks like there's some more cleanup action is what these gunshots are. Got Nico's and Blackjack's tank and recon tank on the south side of the map. See if this combination effort can at least claw one back for the 50A 1SBS coalition. It's a lot of open ground. Let's see, are they going to get spotted? Yes, they are. Greyhound backs off. They deliver a hit. Gets turret. This is a chance. No, hits the fence. "101A gets the kill. Greyhound's gonna have to move. Nope. Valiant effort. I saw a plane fly overhead. I. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you know me as a player, you know I'm a level 500. I spend a lot of time in on this game. I really don't know if there's much that the 50A 1SBS Coalition can do to claw their way back here. The very least thing they can do is they can try and make the score respectable. And so in order to do that, you're going to need to execute some interesting maneuvers and see if you can't isolate some of the 101A tanks in a 2v1 to try and erase them off the map a little faster. 101A looks to be going into a shell to secure the final cap for St. Miraglise, judging by their positioning on the map. It looks like they're going to gear up for a 2 recon tank to the south, 2 medium tank to the south. This is the pincer that I was alluding to a little while back. We'll see if they're able to make anything of it, though. 101A is looking to be really dug into the urban buildings around the midpoint of the objective, so it's going to be really hard to kind of dig them out. So you can flank all you want, but if you manage to even come up on, I would say, I mean, if they were to intentionally flank and try to come down through either this intersection to the north, whether they cut down here and come south, or they maneuver all the way over here and cut east, or if they even come through this sort of side road, I believe Second Lieutenant Toaster's tank is probably the one in the most danger. Lucky Dice, these other tanks are pretty snugly put in there. So I would say we'll expect to see Nico's and Captain Addis MG going to conduct probably a maneuver as long as one SBS tank doesn't get intercepted by the recon plane and exposes their flank attempt. I believe this one's 101A's, this one's 1SBS-50A's coalition. If it's not, it's a very intelligent move by 101A and a questionable move by SBS-50A. Yep, correct. Let's see. Good positioning. Here comes the P strike. That is crazy. I've seen bombs land farther away actually score the kill. Question is Goose's tank going to be able to see this hard charging medium Sherman? I believe potentially Goose has called them out. We'll see if they get intercepted. Oh, ooh, no! That's potentially track. That's built. That's body. What's the gunner doing? What's the gunner doing? Just center it up. No. How'd they lose that? Ground attempt gets intercepted. Like I said, dug in. They had the advantage. I don't know how they managed to lose that. Don't see any visible damage. Oh, non-pen off the turret. Hit onto the barrel. Oof. Another turret hits. Arctic Fox goes in and tries to conduct repairs. Are they gonna be able to finish it? That's a crazy ricochet. Guys, just aim for, if you're trying to hit cheeks, if you're trying to hit turret, aim for the cheeks. It's your best bet. I don't know if barrel registers. Non-pen. Or it could just be, it could be just internet connection. Oh, just brutal. Unfortunate luck for 1SBS-50a Coalition there. Lone Greyhound comes in. 8 minutes left. I believe 50A, 1SBS, depending on fuel, is going to be able to deploy at least one or two more mediums. Honestly, I believe even if 1SBS-50A is even able to clear the field of 101A tanks, I don't believe that would even be enough to get them close to the score at the moment. Seven minutes left in the match. 5 minutes until you can no longer capture midpoint. I believe these guys are all just going to circle together, have a little bit of fun. Oh no. I don't think they can get down because of that one tank's carcass. Let's just turn off the HUD and just enjoy the view. I believe this is how tank babies are made, ladies and gentlemen. honestly, if they blew up that carcass, that would probably liberate the tank. It's like ants crawling over some food. Let's see if this P-Strike goes in. Greyhound's actually moving, so P-Strike won't land. That's Toaster Bat's tank that is stuck. Oh, they liberated him. Bruh, what? That is exactly what I'm talking about. What has Hell Let Loose done to these tank mechanics? Minute 30 is left. Minutes. Actually, excuse me, 50 seconds until you can no longer cap mid. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and GG. A has soundly taken this DMT match. I would say I'm not an official scorer, but judging by how this map has gone, I would definitely say 101A probably has the victory. 1SBS takes one back. Garbage time points. 30-second timer. The final death throes of this match. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and GG's. 101A likely takes that match. Alright, so we had 101A's Pick and Pairs crew with an 887, highest of an 891. Lucky Dice has a 766 total tank score. First Lieutenant Goose with a max score of 984. And Toaster Bath with a max score of 482 for 1SBS-50A's. You had 380s for first SBS's tank crew, 285 for Blackjacks. And I'll try and get the final ones once this XP finishes accruing. You had a 380 for Baker Nico's tank crew and 161 for Baba Yaga's on 50A's. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today on today's DMT tank match of 101A versus 1SBS and 50A's Coalition. Until next time, I will be streaming a practice scrim tomorrow, more than likely. And then we will catch you next weekend for more tournament action. So until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. LT Yakko checking out.